fuck. Here you go with that bullshit. Hey, folks, we are setting up right now. Just taking a little time. We got a few minutes before I come online. Just be patient for a second. We'll be right with you. All right. I see my girl Zia Wilson on the line. What's up, Zia? You see me, baby? All right, there you go. All right, folks, we're about to get this party started in just a minute. Let my crew come in. I see Zia's on the line waiting in the waiting room. I got you covered, darling. This is how we do it, y'all. We're trying to do something different here, bringing the crew together, World Class Wreckin Cru. We have not been together in one situation in quite some time. We got some new folks that's been working with us. They invited as well. Zia Wilson, Domino be in the house, Mona Lisa, OG, DJ Yella, Clientele, Shakespeare. We'll all be here, folks. But right now, we're going to let the folks online come in. And what's up, Marlon? What's up with you, Doc? Happy holidays to you as well. Let me put this camera on right quick. Hold on there, folks. All right, folks, you're live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop, and this is how we do it. What's up, Mary? How you doing, darling? Today, I've been for the longest, I've been trying to figure out how I can do something different on Facebook, do something different on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel that this is going to as well, and I want to do something different. I don't want to just post videos. I want to do something interesting and unique. And I came up with this idea of bringing different groups together. And today I'm bringing my group together, the World Class Wreckin Cru. Now, y'all know we rock the crowd. We rock crowds for years. Wreckin Cru has done all kind of stuff, and he would call me back now. Anyway, that's how live we are. I've got to turn my phone off. That's how live we are. I got phones calling me right now. But yeah, folks, Wreckin Cru was the core group of N.W.A. Crew Cut Records, my label, set it off. We gave a lot of love to a lot of people. I see Uncle Jam's Army's in the house. Oh shit! I see my boy Vance in the house. G Rock, what's up, folks? So for me, it's a gathering of everybody, old and new. And when you giving parties and rock concerts and when the K-Day back in the day, folks, and as we get older, we we need to get together and talk about certain things. So that's what we're doing today. And I'm taking this time out. We're gonna talk about some stuff. This just hang out for a minute with the World Class Wreckin Cru, and that's how we do it. So stick around, folks. Stick around. Don't go nowhere for a minute. We're gonna get this party started in just a second, and play my intro right quick. Here we go. That ain't what I want. That ain't what I want. All right, y'all. This is how we do it, y'all. All right, folks. I'm gonna kick it off. My girl, I think Zia's on the line. Right, I'm gonna get her started right quick. Welcome.
Hello, can you hear me?
Baby, can you hear me?
Oh, yep, I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's always a good start. Hey, look, folks, I got a lot of people online right now. I see my boy Michael Franklin online. I see Vance, Wesley, John Wick is a regular online. What's up, Big Chuck?
What's up, everybody?
Who's that? Adrian jumped online. Adrian Gregory, what's up with you, Doc?
Oh, none. How are you?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. Just about to host this reunion party right quick for the World Class Wreckin Cru. Those who don't know Adrian was our road manager, my partner, and he also became the manager and the man behind Tupac Shakur. So Adrian and I go way back, and he has a history all to himself that is phenomenal. And I'm glad to have him on the line with us.
And it's dark in here.
Yeah, hey, I see you. All I see is a natural and some gold records in the background.
Yeah.
Them gold records shine pretty good, though, Doc.
Yeah, they do. The lights went out on the other side. I don't know what's going on over there.
Okay, no problem. Hey, Doc, before we get into the crew thing, let's talk about what you did, some things you did with World Class Wreckin Cru. You were a road manager.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Hey, you're fine.
All right, I got two things going on at the same time. Hold on, let me turn this.
What's up, Dominique? How you doing, darling? Where the tacos at? You know, what Dominique is that? That's the taco Dominique. There you go, Doc. You get a little lighter.
Who, me?
Yeah, you just got a little lighter.
No, I'm trying to turn some music off that I got.
Oh, okay. Must be the computer there.
All right, there we go. Now let me find you. Okay, there you are. Okay. All right, now that's off. I had I'm doing a remote mastering session right now.
Okay, all right. I see DJ Domino's in standby. Hold on there, Domino. I'll be right with you, Doc. So, Adrian.
Yes, sir.
Man, your years with World Class Wreckin Cru. What do you have? You have any fond memories of hanging out with the crew?
Gosh. Well, my favorite place to go on vacation, which I can't go right now, is Hawaii. And the very first time I ever went to Hawaii was as a road manager for the World Class Wreckin Cru. And I saw some pictures recently. I remember, that's been, about 5 years ago. My memory's not good. I think it's been about 5 years, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
540, whatever it is. But I have a picture of it was me, you, and I think Yella sitting somewhere drinking something. I don't know what we were drinking. It was probably it probably wasn't any alcohol back then.
Yella, if it was Yella, no, it wasn't alcohol. With me, probably was. It probably was. Hey man, I just see Mona Lisa pop up on the line, Doc.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring her in right quick. Hold on there. Oh shoot. I want that. What is gonna send me an ad in the middle of my show? How are you gonna do me like that? I don't want that. Okay. There you go. Mona Lisa, what's up, darling?
Hey.
I got
I had some trouble, but I'm here.
Huh?
I said I had some trouble at first, but I'm here.
I'm glad to see you in the house, baby. I'm glad to see you in the house. Now, right now, I have 2 of the 3 female vocalists that have sang with World Class Wreckin Cru. Mona G. Mona's the OG. She sang in the first album. Mona, how you been, baby?
I'm good. I'm wonderful. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah.
Mona, every time I think about some of the things we did as World Class Wreckin Cru, I got to go back to the time we went to England. And went to England, and Mona we were flying to England, and Mona, along with being blessed with a beautiful voice, she has another beautiful asset that she's well known for. But you have to see it you have to see it to believe it. And when she walked down the aisle, everybody from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, Sir Mix-a-Lot, everybody stood up and gave her a standing ovation. I'll never forget that as long as I live. Okay, you were the only female on the trip, weren't you?
Yeah, I was the only female out of 100 rappers.
We had a huge show at the Wembley Stadium in England, and they flew us all over there. If that went down, boy, hip hop would have stopped right then and there. Grandmaster Flash, Furious 5, World Class Wreckin Cru, Africa Bambaataa. Mix-a-Lot. It was a whole bunch of folks on there, and it was just a great time for all of us. Did you go to Did you go to Hawaii with us too?
I don't think. Mona? I don't know. I don't remember.
How did we do Hawaii without you?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know.
That was the early days.
I really don't remember. Huh?
Okay, well, I want you to meet Zia.
I really don't remember. I'm serious.
Okay. Mona, I want you to meet Zia. She's on the line as well. Now, Zia's been playing
with us. Nice to meet you. So nice to finally meet you, Mona Lisa.
Hi. Good to meet you.
Hats off to you for being the only woman on the tour with all of those fellas in that time.
Oh, yeah. That was an experience.
I'm honored to be able to step in for you.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said I'm honored to be able to step in for you and be part and share the legacy of the World Class Wreckin Cru with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awful thoughtful of you, girl. I got Domino. Domino sitting on the line. He's been very patient. Let me get him in here right quick. DJ Domino.
DJ, say that's my DJ.
DJ Domino became a part of the crew recently, the last 3 years, when we and Clientele got back together and started doing shows. He's our DJ. And he's been doing a fantastic job. He's also a videographer and a photographer. And he's sitting here kicking it with us right now. He's been rolling with us, and we've been having a great time. He came in, we had 2 rehearsals, and he's been rocking ever since.
Yep.
Yep.
And the funny thing about that too, a couple of shows that I came with you guys when your Clientele was on stage, and I was just feeling sorry for Lonzo because he kept going to the back and starting the computer.
I had the computer thing going in. For some reason, it just would not cooperate, and I'm like, God, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing as hell. I had a MIDI system, and every time I tried to use it, it would not cooperate. And I'm so glad I got a DJ. Damn it!
And I pulled Clientele. Said Clientele. I said Clientele. Man, y'all need a DJ bad, man. I said, here I am.
You know, the crazy part about it was it worked great in practice. It never failed in practice. Twice, and both times on the show, it let me down. I said I'd never use it again.
So that's how it became a part of, you know, I love it. I love the legacy.
Right, let me get some people online some shout out. I got D-Calls in the house, my man Thomas Woods in the house, Jose Diaz, Dominique Jackson, what's up with you, darling? Van Duren, hold on, I'm trying to Van Duren, DJ Just One, Easy Lee, what's up, Doc, from Ultimate West? Much love, folks. Jacob, what's up, Jacob Brown? Jacob Brown, what's up with you, Doc? Hey, folks, we got about 50 folks on the line right now. Anything y'all want to talk about? Right? Where's Shakespeare? I'm waiting on Shakespeare and clientele. They both said it was gonna be here. Atron.
Yes, sir.
All the years you've been a road manager, what did you find to be some of the craziest shit you had to deal with? Now, Atron, hold on. People forget. Now, if you see Straight Outta Compton, I didn't realize this myself till he told me that when the scene when the fight broke out in what city was that, Atron?
Detroit.
And they said it was Jerry Heller, but it wasn't Jerry Heller.
No, Jerry Heller was at home.
And that was you. Did you go to jail with them guys that day?
None of us went to jail that day.
Wow.
Clientele said he's on there.
Huh?
He said clientele just sent me something and said I'm here. Plus the second link is invalid.
Try the first link there. Use the first link.
And Shakespeare's there too.
Here?
They're sending me a private chat. For some reason, it has my name. It says Lonzo Live under my name, so I'm getting their private messages.
Oh, how the hell are you getting that?
I don't know. Clientele's
I can see
there, and Shakespeare's there too.
Oh, I'm gonna put Domino and Zia on hold for a second in the waiting room so I can bring in the other two. Now how they missed the link? Everybody else got the link.
You got me back on.
Okay.
I'm dark now, Lons.
Okay. How you get dark, Mona?
I don't know.
I hear you.
It just went dark. I didn't do nothing to it.
Okay. I ain't do nothing to it either. Hey, folks, we're live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. I got my crew online. I'm looking at Shakespeare and Clientele is in another room. Where they at? I don't know.
It's one of the links that you sent.
Tell them to use the other link. Use the first link then. What link y'all use?
I don't know. I can tell you. I don't know. Let me see.
One link I didn't have. I didn't include Yellow by mistake. How everybody else in y'all ain't in there?
Well, I'm
gonna see the other link right now. Hold on one second there, folks. Let me get these brothers. Let me get the rest of the crew in line right quick.
You know what? I don't have. It wasn't the one that Yellow was on, so I might be on the wrong link.
Okay, well, it's a good link. Let me get Shakespeare and Clientele in right quick. And folks, bear with me 1 second. Just push a couple of buttons. And
you're sending them a different link?
In the same link from the show right here. I just copied and pasted from this show. I'm gonna email it to them right now. And it should bring them back in the line. Tell them I sent them another link right quick, Doc. Send them a second link. Shakespeare is here. I see Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, what's up, Lons?
Happy World Class Wreckin to your day, Doc.
Yeah, man. I was just sitting back listening, man. Good to see my boy Atron and Miss Mona Lisa and everybody else, man. Just good to be with you guys, man.
Where'd Mona go? Mona drop off?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, great, Atron. You looking good, man. You don't look like you aged.
I can't hear.
Now, Shakespeare, what link did you use, man?
I used the first link.
Okay. Clientele. I'm waiting on Clientele then. Hey, folks, you're live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. I got my man Atron Gregory. I got Shakespeare waiting on Clientele any minute now. Mona Lisa's on the line. Zia Wilson, who rocks with us. DJ Domino's in the house. Folks, this is how I'm trying to do something different. Trying to bring some, it's hard to be to stay focused with all this quarantining and lockdown and shit. So all we can do is Zoom and YouTube and Facebook. So I figure I got a few people I need to talk to, and that's who I'm talking to today. Today I'm starting off with my crew because I've been doing the podcast for over a year, and I'm just not getting around to my own damn crew. I feel I'm bring everybody together at one time. Shakespeare was first, gave me the idea. Thank you, Doc, because I wasn't thinking about it, but yeah. So we good, Doc. Hey, Shakespeare. Give me one of your hot stories, World Class Wreckin Cru, Doc. Something that you like that shakes your mind.
Doc, let me tell you, 1986 UK Fresh, London, England. We at the London Palladium. We go out there and set everybody's ass on fire. African Bambaataa, all the New York rappers, we lit them up. But Lonz, the icing on the cake though was when Mona Lisa walked out with that leopard suit and that big old ass was shaking, man. And she
I just told that story for you came online, Doc.
And man, everybody, man, their eyes got big as saucers when they saw Mona, because that was our secret weapon, Doc. And when we brought the secret weapon out, and she slayed them, Doc, with that 4 or 5 octave voice, man, and she killed him.
I just told that story about her being on the airplane, and everybody in the airplane gave her a standing ovation.
Yeah, Doc.
That was crazy. That was crazy. You know, man, we got a lot of folks online, man. We got about 60 people online. Jasmine Severe. That name sounds familiar. Jasmine Severe sounds very familiar to me.
That's my wife, Doc.
Okay. Dennis Beauchamp is in the house. Martin Cozy, Gilbert Ortez, Pimps and Players, Hustlers, Networkers in the house. Martha Witherspoon Stewart, Monday's in the house. And DJ Mike T. What's up, DJ Mike T? Oh man, we got a nice little some folks showing some love here on the air. Where's Clientele at? He still ain't found it yet. He said he's here. I don't see you though, Doc. Where you at?
He's here.
Where you at? I don't see you. I'm trying to find him.
Man, that's my mentor, man. Bring Clientele in, man.
I'm trying to get him on the show right now. I'm trying to get him here right now, Doc. I don't see him. I don't see him on the feed nowhere. I don't see him nowhere in the link. I see Mona still. Mona's still here. What up, Dre Day? There you go. It's Mona. I'm gonna bring Mona back in for a second. Mona?
Yes, I'm here.
Shakespeare was just talking about you a minute ago.
I sure was, Mona. Hey, girl, I was talking about how you was slaying them in that leopard suit, you know, when you was coming out on stage and killing them, and she had that big old like sequin belt on, man, and she come out there and be like, the champ is here, and Mona come out and kill them, Doc.
We was the most envied crew on the road. Every time we played with Force MDs, man, them brothers could sing, but they had no secret weapon like we did.
None.
They didn't have no secret weapon like we did. Hey, what's up, Professor T? Yeah, we trying to make it happen. There you go. Clientele just jumped in. Hold on there, Doc. All right. I got the whole crew here now. I got the OGs here. I got everybody. Who's up, Clientele?
Hey, what's up with you, man? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, man. I hear you fine, Doc. Where'd Mona go? Did I bump Mona off? No.
Oh, man. Come on.
She'll be back. She probably on the phone. What up, Mark?
Oh, man. How y'all doing tonight? How's everybody doing this evening, man?
And we good, Doc. We good, man. I'm just glad to be able to have all the fellas together, man, and talk about something without nobody missing. You know, ain't nobody in the box. Ain't nobody, laid out. Everybody's here looking good.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
It's always good, Doc. It's always good. Yeah, now, Mark, you working on some big stuff, man. Tell us what you're working on.
Oh man, it's a lot of stuff, man. Right now, though, I guess we could talk about it a little bit. We are working on a whole reunion, kind of thing that ties into a bigger Live Aid style concert, and it's called Change, the World's Concert. And basically, we're going to be doing it sometime next year, of course, with the whole COVID-19 thing pending, to benefit a lot of kids who have been affected by hate crimes, or their parents have been affected by are victims of hate crimes. And we're going to support those kids and do something really special by giving them not just a scholarship, but a life scholarship, and help support them throughout, their journey. And man, we have some wonderful people involved in that, some really cool people, some extremely big names. Of course, the Wreckin Cru, we got to be there. We got to be on stage again to make that happen, man, for sure.
That sounds like a winner, man. I'm glad you called me today, man, about the helicopter trip. Okay. Now,
yeah.
So you did get my text, right?
I got that one word. Yes.
Okay.
That one word said it all.
Okay. First of all, I've been in a helicopter before. I don't like helicopters. Planes are cool. I'm not that enthused by helicopters. And clientele called me today about 2 o'clock. Says, hey man, I guess they got something in Compton. They got this hip hop helicopter tours about 45 minutes. I said in one word, Kobe.
Yeah. And that said it all. I mean, look, my little bro J-Ro from the Alcoholics, he hit me up and he said, hey, Clyde, can you come through and take this hip hop helicopter tour? And, I'm not scared of heights. I don't care. I was down, but there was no way I could get there, in time from where I live. So I said, well, man, Lonzo is pretty close to, the Compton airport. So let me hit him up and see if he'd be willing to do it. So, you text me back that one word.
Yeah.
And that's it all.
I've been in a helicopter one time. I did not like it. In fact, one time I was in a helicopter with Mona. Mona's not here, right? She stepped off or whatever. But me and Mona, we had to take a helicopter from a venue to the airport, from a venue to the airport to catch another plane, and I did not like it.
I remember you once though telling this helicopter story. That was funny as heck, man. About some gum or something like that. You remember that story?
Well, it was the same tour, and we were performing, and it was me, Richie Rich, and Battle Cat. And I should have called both them cats. I didn't call. I'm sorry. I just forgot all about it. I should have called both of them.
That's right.
Me, Richie Rich, and Battle Cat was doing some shows down south, and this particular day we had 2 shows in one night, and it was all a part of the same night. In fact, it was the same night, and we were performing in one part of Texas. We were performing in DC. In DC, we were opening up for EU, the ones that made The Butt. The Butt was the hottest song in the country. Turn off the lights, and The Butt was like neck and neck as far as heat. And they invited us out to do their homecoming, and we had to be in Virginia, which is not that far from it, but we had to be in Virginia to close the show. So they rented us a helicopter and a limousine to come off to go straight to the airport. Now, in DC, we opened up the show. The room was packed. For the first time in my life, if anybody knows my lines on my record, Turn Off the Lights, like a male exotic dancer, for you I dance, nothing but a G-string on my hip. And I dropped my pants and I shake my nuts. Oh, the girls went crazy. I got up. One of my boys brought my fur coat, threw it over my arms like James Brown. I pulled my pants up, and it was a limousine waiting on the side of the stage for us to get in. Me and Mona was the last 2. We got in the limousine. We drove off. Okay. Now everybody else had flown in the helicopter already, but me and Mona we was the last ones on stage. We got there. The helicopter was out there in the parking lot. We were signing autographs like Michael Jackson. My Jerry curl was very luxurious at that time. It was blowing in the wind, and I'm signing autographs, and my head's about this big. Hop on a little crop dusting ass plane, get to Virginia. We was playing with Heavy D and the Boys, and I think it was LL Cool J and somebody else, and they had been off stage for like 45 minutes. And the promoter was playing with my money. I don't go on stage without my money. He finally gave me the money, but by the time he gave us the money, the crowd was not in a good mood. I'm gonna put it like that. We had never been booed. Wreckin Cru ain't never been booed before in their life. Well, this was the first time they was cranking up to boo my ass, okay? They was mad we was late. And we started doing juicing surgery. They wasn't feeling it. We cut in to turn off the lights. Battle Cats, Richie Rich do their thing. And, all right, no big deal. So I'm going to do the same thing I did in D.C. I get out there on the stage, and my part come, I drop my pants. Now, the whole time, when Battle Cat and them was on stage, they was throwing pennies and ice and all kind of little silly shit, right? So I go on stage. They still throwing little silly shit, okay? And I drop my pants, shake my nuts, pull my pants up. The girls went crazy. The guys wasn't feeling it. The guys was not feeling it. I walk off stage. As I'm walking off stage, it's an absolute true story. As I'm walking off stage, I'm like, ooh, damn, what the hell is that? Something was biting me on my thighs. And I kept walking. I kept feeling this biting on my thighs. I went in the dressing room, and I didn't see anything, but I pulled my pants up and walked someone. Damn! And the manager, Boss Hogg, said, Lonzo, what's wrong? I said, I don't know what's wrong, boss. Something keep biting me on my thighs. And he said, well, let's go in the bathroom. So I went in the bathroom, pulled my pants down. I couldn't see nothing. I pulled my drawers down, lifted up my nutsack, and there was a big-ass Harry Potter Hubba Bubba gum between my thighs and my nuts. And every time I'm walking, this motherfucker's giving me a goddamn panty liner, whatever you call them. What you call them? Cuban shit them ladies get. And that's no bullshit. So I went from being big-headed motherfucker to a nigga with gum on his nuts. True fucking story. And people ask me why I'm so goddamn humble. I've been busted down before in a matter of seconds. That's why I don't take this shit that serious. That's a true story.
Man, you're getting the bikini wax.
Yeah, I'm getting the bikini wax on one side of my nuts. Okay, true story. True story.
Man.
Bob, that's even better than that story, man. When we was in Beaumont, man, that story right there, man. You guys know Lonzo got his pilot's license, right? His co-pilot.
So Mona's back on, Lonzo.
Oh man,
I don't see her. I don't see her. I see Zia. Don't see Mona yet.
And Zia said she's gonna get Richie on.
I got Zia in the waiting room for a minute. But I still don't see Mona. Let's keep it going for a minute. But yeah, the pilot license, man, that was some crazy shit.
Hey, you want to tell that story?
No, you can tell that one, okay?
Oh man. So clientele, we in Beaumont, Texas. We doing a show with Bobby, Jimmy and the Critters, and I think Force MDs, man, some other cats. And so of course, was Atron with us then? Or was it Boss Hall?
Yeah, I wasn't with you.
So anyway, we had another show booked in Bryan, Texas, just like Lonzo and them had that show, same day. So listen, man, we do our show, we leave Beaumont, man, and you know we drenching wet, man, and so we got to jam because we got to go to the airport. And just like Lon said, man, it was one of these little small landing strips, man, where we go to get on this plane, and it was a plane clientele like a Leah them had. And you know, we had so much equipment, man. We had the Oberheim system, man. We had our uniforms, we had all that stuff, man. And we putting this stuff on the plane, and you know, Lonzo was like, "Hey, man, is all this shit gonna fit on here? And you know, how we gonna get on there?" And the guy said, "Oh, don't worry about it. You know, we'll get you guys taken care of and seated." So, man, we get on the plane, clientele, and of course, man, we jammed up on this plane, man, because we got equipment right down the aisle, man. So your boy Lonzo, the guy tell Lonzo, "Oh, this is your seat up here." And he puts Lonzo's ass in the co-pilot seat.
Oh man.
Yeah, Lonzo don't know nothing about flying no damn plane, and we looking like, oh man, here we go. So man, we take this bumpy ass plane ride, and you know, me, Dre, and Yella back there, man, we just, you know, got our fingers crossed.
They were back there, you know, speaking in tongues. Mona Lisa was everybody
back there playing, man. You know, we finally land in Bryan, Texas, man. And so the plane lands.
Hey, Doc, you forgot one part.
What part I leave out?
You forgot one part. Okay. The one part here, he forgot this part right. The pilot must have weighed about 400 pounds. Big fat white boy. Big
Oh
fat
yeah.
corn fed.
He was a big fat. He was a big fat
equipment.
corn fed.
I asked him. I said, "Hey man," I said, "Look, you a big dude. If you have a heart attack or something, is anything I can do from that point?" He says, "Yes. All you have to do is bend over and kiss your ass goodbye. You ain't gonna make it."
That's exactly what he said too. That's exactly what he said.
Wait, hold on, Shakespeare. Now he said, "You want to have some fun with your people?" I said, "Sure." He said, "I'm gonna put the plane on automatic pilot, and the sticker's gonna move. Just put your hands on it. Don't drive, don't move it. Just it's gonna move by itself. I'm gonna tell them to let you fly the plane." And man, he said, "Hey, look here, folks. I'm gonna take a little nap. Lonzo gonna bring us in." Lonzo gonna bring us
like
in.
a leaf on a tree.
Man, they got you right now. Here they are on the plane that's gonna catch fire if we go down. They writing last wills and testaments and shit. Moses speaking in tongues. Shakespeare said all kind of prayers. Drain them back. You're scared. Yellow red as the son of a bitch. Oh, it was crazy. But go ahead now. You got that part.
So we land, right? Like Lon said, man, it's this big corn-fed white guy, man. That's our pilot. We land, and when we land, man, it's at night now. There's these headlights from these damn cars pointing at us. Man, in front of the headlights, I promise you, it looked like the Grand Wizards from the damn Ku Klux Klan. They didn't have no sheets and shit on. But man, these white dudes, man, they standing in front of this car, this limo that's gonna take us back to the show. And Lonzo can tell you that did they say anything to us?
They didn't say shit to us. All they did was put the equipment in the back of the cars, close the door. They was not friendly at all. And they driving our asses into the woods. Ain't no street lights. Only time you see any kind of reflection is when the lights hit the woods and you see little eyes and shit looking at you and shit. That's it. Okay? We get to the venue. It got chicken wire in front of the goddamn stage, just like on the Blues Brothers. I swear to God.
They sure did.
They got chicken wire and they had two speakers that matched. Didn't have a roof. What was it? Didn't have a roof or something?
It didn't have a roof on it.
It was like an old country. It was a country ass bar. And when we walked on stage, first thing they say is, "Where the guitars at?"
That's it.
I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit, this is gonna be a long ass show. We started doing surgery and juice, and them son of bitches knew every word. Every fucking word.
Clientele. They sang every damn country ass people sang every damn word to them songs, man.
It was a crazy shit. They treated the people that was there treated us like kings.
Oh man, they treated us like royals.
It's talking about some barbecue. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We had some good times on the road. Sound check.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what sound check is but me and Shakespeare.
Sound check, that means somebody that farted in the fan, Doc. Somebody that cut loose in the fan, Doc.
Oh man.
Oh, but look, hey.
Now at one time when you had the other group down there, I gotta tell you this story. I don't know if I told you this or not, but at one time we had split up and Clientele started his own crew.
Mm-hmm.
And it was two shows, one in Texas and one in Louisiana.
That's right. Yep.
Wherever y'all was at, the promoter sent his daughter to come check to see who we were. We get off stage, me, Dre, and Yella. We get off stage. We got a World Class album cover. She looked at the album cover, looked us all three in the face, and told us, "My daddy got the real crew." No shit.
No. I remember that. I remember that. Huh? I remember that. In fact, I think we were in. We might have been in Houston, and we had went from New Orleans, Lake Charles, to Houston, and so they actually did the same thing to us. They came up with the album cover. It was me. It was one arm Dave, the one arm bandit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was DK Darwin. And Don, and so I was me, of course. Don was I think Don was Yella. DK was Dre, and Dave was you. And we went up there and we did the show, and we didn't have any problems. So they must have saw that show, and went back to you guys and said, "Y'all ain't the real Wrecking Crew. The real Wrecking Crew is it someplace else."
And Mark, you know what? Hey, that whole tour that we did, Doc, I was you.
I know.
You know, how did you feel being Shakespeare? You know, we had to pass you off the clientele. Y'all look nothing alike.
And nothing. And then when we're screaming, clientele.
You know what's funny about that? What a lot of people don't know is because they only see the album covers, right? They don't know that me and you, Barry, were in the group at the same time.
Right.
And so a lot of people assume that, oh no, there was clientele and then there was Shakespeare. No, we were all together. We toured together. You know, we performed together. So and those are some good times, man, and fun days. You know, we were young and you know, just had the whole world in front of us. And man, I wouldn't trade him for the world. I wouldn't trade him for the world.
Man, I got one story we got to tell, Lons, is the show we did downtown LA. Because you guys know we was always trying to get after the LA Dream Team's ass.
Yep.
Because, you know, the LA Dream Team, they thought they was, you know, ish. But it was the World Class Wreckin Cru. And we were signed to Epic Records. They were signed to MCA Records. And we had a show downtown. What was the name of that show, Lon? Do you remember?
That was Street Scene, LA Street Scene.
LA Street Scene. Lon, tell that story, Doc, about what happened down there, man.
The day before the event, we all went down there for a promo, and we was acting like wrestlers. You know, I'm gonna get you. Wreckin Cru gonna do this. Dream Team gonna do that. Back and forth. Night of the show, they went first.
Yep.
They got a chance to rock the crowd. They did a great job. Okay?
They did an excellent job.
We had planned some new shit. We was gonna light their ass up. First time, this is one of the first times we played a big crowd in LA. We didn't play a lot. We played a lot of skating rinks in LA. We didn't play any big crowd. There was a huge crowd all downtown LA on the Federal Building. I never forget. I was right there in the front, and we was doing World Class Freak, and we was doing our shit. That was some hot steps for us.
It sure was.
And I saw a girl. She got to partying, and she had a beer in her hand, and the beer went up, got on this guy. The guy pushed her, and this fight. I mean, this shit just erupted so fast. It went from 2 people to about 40 people in a matter of seconds. Okay. And it was fighting like a son of a gun. They told us to get off the stage. We get off the stage. We go under the stage.
Yes.
Under the stage, it's more police.
It's more police down there than us.
Out front of the goddamn stage. I said, "Hey man, what you doing up under here with us?" He said, "Shit, if they start shooting, they gonna start shooting at me first." Oh, ain't this about a bitch? Now, after a few minutes, we get out. We come from under the stage, but the fight is, the riot or whatever is still going on. The police got if people ever talk about horses and the police department, they are trained. Police was playing polo with people's heads, riding through the motherfucking crowd. Whop! Whop! The horses were kicking the shit out of people. Horses were kicking the shit out of people left and right. It was crazy because a couple of guys from the newspaper contacted me later on to testify for him because the cop had beat his ass with their billy club and had their horse kicking. That shit was crazy as hell, man. That shit was crazy as hell.
That was a crazy show, man.
And we still didn't get a chance to get their ass good.
We never got a chance to light their ass up, man.
We still didn't get their ass good. Right to this day, we still ain't got their ass good. Hey, folks, you're live with Lonzo on the World Class Wreckin Cru. Adrian Gregory's in the house. Thea Wilson's in the house. My man Domino is someplace here. Adrian, I see you on the back over there. You still in the shadows, Doc?
I'm just chilling, listening to the stories. I'm smiling and enjoying them like everyone else on here.
Now, Adrian, you know what? When here's something that most people don't know. Jerry Heller was managing World Class Wreckin Cru and Eazy-E at the same time.
Yeah.
Adrian manager for both groups, wasn't you, Adrian? We went on that last little tour with Just Ice and Ice-T. Wreckin' Cru was the only non-gangster group on the damn tour. This is when I had Battle Cat and Richie Rich with me.
Mm-hmm.
And the most awkward shit in the world was I would go into the room. Adrian, you collected money for both of us? You collected money for both of us, but you gave me my money. Yeah. Something like that. Do you remember that?
Well, I remember collecting money for both groups. And I gave you your money, but would I wire their or Western Union their money back to the office?
Yeah, it was so awkward because the whole time we were on the tour, me and Dre never spoke. We never spoke the whole time. It was like being in the car at the prom with your girlfriend and her new boyfriend, and y'all ain't speaking.
That's funny. I actually forgot about that. I was working for both groups at the same time.
And you know the thing about Adrian that was great. That a lot of people don't know. Adrian's a black belt, so hell, we had a bodyguard man that that was a martial artist, so we knew that we was gonna get our damn money, or you gonna get your ass. But Lodge, you remember when Adrian went to Hawaii with us when we did the show with the group Surface? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And who was it? It was Surface. I think it was the Jets. Remember the Jets? The little.
We played with the Jets.
We played with the Jets. I think they was in Hawaii with us too.
That show. What's that show? Huh?
It was Surface. I think the Jets was on there.
We played with the Jets, Tees, and Morris Day someplace, and they threw us off the goddamn tour.
Our last show with Morris Day was in El Paso, Texas. The next thing we know, we was back on the first thing smoking, coming back home because we was lighting Morris' ass up. Clientele, we were tearing Morris's ass up so bad. And then here's the thing: he didn't want nobody backstage, man, while he was performing. He want the whole backstage clear.
Get in your dressing room. His bodyguard said, Morris says, get in your dressing room or go out front. Nobody backstage when he perform. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. We from Compton. He ain't pay your ass no attention. And sure enough, Shakespeare caught him with that goddamn glass dick.
He was on that damn crack.
In between the bird and whatever it was, the oak tree or the bird, whatever, he can make you get him a blast.
His ass was hitting the pipe.
Wow. Yeah, he came back and get a blast right quick, and next thing I knew, we was off the damn tour.
He was off the tour.
You know what? I do remember the Jets now, but it was you know what? The first time we did something with them was at Dudo's, right?
The Jets?
Yeah.
They came through. I think they came through as a guest appearance or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. They were at Dudo's. They were at Dudo's with Climax.
Yeah, they were. Right. They were at Dudo's with Climax. You're absolutely right.
I remember that.
Wow. Clientele, what was our first show ever? You remember?
Big show or just show period?
Show period.
Wow, man. Sheesh. I know we did something with New Edition.
Right. That was one of our first shows.
At Fremont, and then we went to Dudo's and we did them there too. Because I remember DJ for them that night. I remember that, yeah.
That was the New Edition was like 12, 13, it might have been 12, 13 years old. And K-Day gave some kind of contest, and the winners of the show, the high school that won the contest got a free show from New Edition. And that time, Wreckin' Cru was K-Day boys at that time.
Yeah.
And Greg didn't have it had no budget for no sound, so they used my sound system. But we had the after party at Dudo's. Oh my God. And that was probably the biggest party at Dudo's we ever had. I mean, it was people everywhere. Oh my God.
Wall to wall. I mean,
can you see Mona? She's trying to come back in.
Okay. I don't see her. I'm looking for her. Oh, there she go. Oh, okay. There she is. Mona Lisa.
Huh?
You back in? But
I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna get back because I just text you because I've been listening to y'all. I've been listening to y'all. Can you hear me?
We hear you fine. Go ahead.
I can't see nothing. I don't know why. Okay. Join meeting.
There you
go. I'm gonna have to get back to the link again.
We hear you though. We don't see you though.
Yeah, the screen's dark.
I know. That's what happened. It might be because I'm using my phone because my computer is jacked right now. So
it still should. We can hear you though.
Yeah, just can't see. I've been. Well, I was hollering at you and didn't.
She left again. Okay, so I see. I got to scroll down to these people. Sometimes people come and go. Okay. Oh man, what were we talking about just then? We talking about New Edition.
New Edition, that show.
Now we all went to Pittsburgh, California, which I didn't know there was a Pittsburgh, California, until we drove up in Pittsburgh, California, and the first thing we saw on the billboard was
Dr. Dre. I mean, the World Class Wreckin Cru featuring Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Yeah.
Motherfucker,
what? They already separate him out.
Which was fine with us, because hey, we rode it all the way to the top, baby. It's like,
that's right.
But you know what though? That happened more than once though. Even I saw a poster of a thing that Roger did. We did at Starlight Skating Ring out in the Valley.
Yeah.
And Roger had Dr. Dre and the World Class Wreckin Cru.
Yeah.
And it was I don't know where that shit came from. I have no idea how they picked that shit up, but it was more than once. It's been Dr. Dre and the World Class Wreckin Cru.
You know what? He was the hot ticket. We rode his coattails. I mean, I don't care if we played the Anaheim Convention Center. I don't care where it was. Everybody was coming. They was coming to see us, but they wanted to see Dre. They wanted to see him mix and do his thing. You know, which is why we was all clamoring, trying to share rooms with us, because we know he was gonna get all the girls. All the girls after. It's like, I'm rooming with Dre. No, Clientele, you can have this all. I'm rooming with
Dre. Can you see me now?
Yeah, we can see. You know what? I think the stream just takes a while to sort of catch up, and so you just.
We see you now.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We got you.
But I'm enjoying every minute of it. I just been listening to y'all.
Somebody said, when is the World Class Wreckin Cru movie coming out?
Man, good question.
Yeah, it's a great question. That's a great question.
Good question. I would love to say any day, but that ain't the case.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. One, I like talking to all y'all, because sometime I talk to one of y'all and y'all bring back a memory that I've totally forgotten, vice versa, I'm sure. But people think that for some reason, West Coast hip hop started with N.W.A. And I'm sorry, it pisses me off. I'm sorry. I can't take it. I can't take it.
You know what it does, man? It just fuels me to want to make sure that the whole story is told, and it's nothing taking anything away from N.W.A. I mean,
not at all. But they forget about Toddy T, Mixmaster Spade, World Class Wreckin Cru, Gypsy Lover, LA Dream Team,
Uncle Jam's Army.
I forget about the pioneer though, man. Ice-T, man.
Yeah,
Ice-T was it.
Yeah. I mean, that story does need to be told. I would agree with whoever posted that up, but the whole story of the origins of West Coast, hell, I mean, even going back to like Rappers Rap Group and Duffy Hooks and those guys and Cletus and all, Anderson and those folks who were there too, and even dealing with like Disco Daddy and Captain Rap and what they were doing. So that whole story, I think, would benefit the culture. To have it.
I agree.
People can see that whole through line. And then Lons, man, I know that you're out there doing your thing, but you and Roger Clayton do not get enough props, in my opinion, about what you guys were able to do to kick it to that whole nother level, because you started out together, then you became rivals, but in that rivalry, that energy is what helped to sort of, churn that whole West Coast movement. Because if it wasn't for you and Roger going against each other and the Wreckin Cru trying to one up Uncle Jam's Army and Uncle Jam's Army trying to one up Wreckin Cru, man, the level of scrutiny and perfection, that we put on everything just wouldn't have been there. So you guys, man, props to y'all, man, too. And
I agree, Mark, with you 100%.
Sometimes people get mad at me because I always mention Roger. Me and Roger had a love-hate relationship that that it was a nitro and glycerin for West Coast hip hop, and it wasn't always good. Okay, it wasn't always good, but we never fought. And I was telling somebody the other day, as much as we argue, I never put hands on him. He never put hands on. We did some cold shit to each other.
Yeah,
we did some cold shit to each other back in the day. I sent Unknown over there with some sledgehammers that busted up his bathrooms. He called the fire marshal on me for the Queen Mary. I mean, we did me and another buddy of mine who was there back in the day, Dale Maynard, he did all the flyers. Yeah. We were talking about some of the dirty shit that we out of business. It was never personal. It was always business.
Hey, I remember the poster wars, man. Where you had a bounty on their posters, man. We go snatching them down and making that extra money.
Yeah, I had a quarter per poster bounty on anything Uncle J or anybody's poster for a while, because when the poster war jumped off, poster wars got expensive. Okay, the only person that won the poster war was Kobe Poster.
Kobe printing, yeah.
Everybody else lost. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's how Yella first came to me. Yella had a little white Mercury Ford something, and my boy Phil Luke introduced me to Yella, and Yella was a poster bounty hunter, and Yella brought back all the dance promoters, everybody looking for a dog, everybody trying to say, oh, man, we don't need them right there, dude. But I paid him anyway, and he never left. I wish his ass was here today. I don't know where he is. He got a link though.
You know, man, I got a Roger Clayton story, man. Years later, after I'm out the crew, me and a partner of mine, Ed Turner, we're starting to promote shows, man. So I picked Lonzo's brain. He gave us the game, man, on how you book acts and how not to get played by the acts and let them charge you all this money. So we had booked shows, man. We did Blue Magic, we did the Manhattans. We did Jeffrey Osborne, Angela Bofield. And so we're doing this show, man. Roger at that time had the Riverside Municipal Auditorium on lock, Doc.
Okay.
He had that on lock, and he also had Mike Gardner, who was the manager of the Whispers, on lock. You couldn't get the Whispers, Doc, because Roger had them on lock. But anyway, long story short, we doing this show, man, at the Riverside Municipal Auditorium with Jeffrey Osborne, Angela Bofield, right? It's intermission. Guess who's in our damn show, man? Passing out flyers for his show with Frankie Beverly and Mays and the damn Whispers. It's Roger. I'm like, hey, man, not only is he doing that, but he's promoting an after party after our concert, man. No. And I'm like, man, this is the dirtiest ass dude in the world, man. This Roger right here, man. He was a cold dude, but I gotta give props to him, like you said, clientele, because it was like East Coast and West Coast. Either you was with Biggie or you was with Tupac.
Yeah.
And that's how it was back in the day. Either you was with World Class Wreckin Cru or you was with Uncle Jam's Army.
Yeah, that's it. And we were going in, we had to go in and take no prisoners. And if you came on, before us, we were gonna burn you. If you came on after us, we were gonna burn you. We didn't care, it was all out war for us. And you guys know how hard, we worked to perfect the craft. And I think honestly, it just really helped to push another generation of artists to a whole nother level, because if you look at the family tree, right, if you just start from the roots of the Wreckin Cru's tree and then you start kind of just tracing that through line, it's phenomenal. It's amazing, all of the people that we touched, and for generations, and it's still happening. So I'm always appreciative of the opportunity, Lonzo, and I always give you props and thanks, man, for believing in me as a young kid, from the hood, and doing that. And
you're 17 then?
Yeah. I was 16, 17 then.
You were 17.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to tell
you
that
know,
you
I
work with
got
dark.
to give Lon props too.
Huh? I made it, but
I said I got to give you props too, man. You know,
appreciate that, dude.
and I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to be able to have performed with two of the best. You know, I was in a group first with Ice Cube, and ended up from that. Got pulled into the World Class Wreckin Cru and got to be with the best. You know, some of the best cats, man. You know, who are still my brothers to this day. But yeah, Lonz, you don't get enough credit for helping pioneer, you know, what we are now experiencing here on the West Coast. And you couldn't have titled it better, the book, Not Without Lonzo, because none of this would be possible without you.
That's true.
And the contributions of Mona, man. I was at a concert a few years back. It was Jeffrey Osborne, and Mona was singing background for Jeffrey.
Mona sang for everybody.
Absolutely.
He was singing background.
Yeah, we hear you.
You can hear me okay. Yes, I did. And I did his last album, well, the album before this one he's got out now. Portia Griffin and I. Yeah, for a couple of years. I was going to say, wow.
Mona, when I met Mona, Mona worked for everybody. Mona had worked for, who was that guy you worked with? What's his name, Mona? The white boy that's talking like he high all the time.
Like he high, Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan. Yeah.
We were his opening act.
Mona been in about, we've been in about 3 or 4 groups. I saw some pictures on Facebook.
Yeah.
San-Tropez.
Yeah.
What else?
San-Tropez, and I did some stuff on my own. And then I did the, believe it or not, the world famous Supreme Team show.
Did you?
If you remember, hey DJ, would you play that song or something? And Buffalo Girls. Yeah, okay, that white screen came back. I can't see nothing now.
We still hear you though. Keep talking.
But okay. And but Lonz, you know what, Lonz, I think we were the first group to cross over hip hop with a singer.
Right.
In the background.
Right. We were
well, we definitely
and the first to the pop chart.
Love ballad.
Huh? Clientele?
And the first to enter the pop chart.
No, I said we were definitely one of the first to do a love ballad. And I have to tell this quick story about how when we first met you, Mona. We had that slow song Lovers. And we were looking for a female singer really to kind of tie it all up and bring it home. We had auditioned, I'm going to say about 50 different people. We called cousins and sisters and aunts and friends and everybody we could to come in and audition. And man, every time somebody came in, they could, they sang a little bit before your time, they did all that. And I don't want to be loved. They did that, but it was still man, ain't quite there. Nah, this sounds good. And it was a couple of people we were kind of thinking about going with, but man, when you walked in there, and I think it was we were still in the little hot box studio that you had back there in the back, Lonzo. And Mona, when you walked in there and there was this one note you hit and the whole room literally seemed like it was just shaking, right? And it was just vibrating and about to just bust open on the roof. And we just all hit the floor and we said, oh my gosh, there's no way we can let her get out of this room without using you on this track, man. And it was an amazing thing. It was just epic. So I'm just thankful for you and what you were able to bring to everything as well.
I met Mona through Bobby Jimmy and the Critters.
Wow.
Arabian Prince turned me on to Mona. I was looking for a female singer. Like you said, we went through a bunch of people and nobody was really kicking no ass. And then Arabian said, man, Russ got this girl. Russ had to, you sang on something for Russ or the Arabian Prince or something, Mona? She fell off.
Did we lose her?
But anyway, Arabia said, man, she can sing her ass off, and man, she got a big old ass. I'm like, okay, let's bring her on. And everything else is history from there.
Yeah, man. I mean, she knocked it out of the park, man. I mean, it was like, wow. And the voice, the strength in the voice, and everything else. And when she hit that note in the studio, man, that was another yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So absolutely.
Everybody on the chat room, I'm trying to respond to them, but it coming so fast I can't keep up with it. But I'm gonna give you all a verbal shout out for chiming in with us and hanging out with us, folks, for this past hour. Don't know how long we're gonna be here, but I'm glad everybody showed up. I see my man Kevin Cole's in the house. Rashmir Jones, Lady Like, what's up, Tilky D? Avis Brown with a good golf playing self. Tanya R. Ted, that's my boy. Angelo, what's up, Angelo Adams? Fans of the DJ, Lord Ron 1, Dominique Jackson in the house. What's up, Dominique? Dale Wayne says hello. What's up? What's up, Dale Wayne? That's Dr. Rock's brother. Now I got to give a shout out to my boy Dr. Rock. I got to give a shout out to my boy Dr. Rock. Now, a lot of people don't know that. Well, some people do, some people don't. When it came to Eve After Dark, Dre Yella was my second crew. They were not the first crew at Eve After Dark. The first crew at Eve After Dark was me, DJ Unknown, who don't get he don't want no credit for some reason. Sweet Ron Ron, Billy T, Dr. Rock, and a good friend of mine who is the manager of KGLH right to this day, Elston Butler. If you see Elston Butler, said Lonzo said, "What's up, Elegant Elston?" This is real history shit right here. This is real history shit. Some of this stuff's not even in my book. Okay, some of this stuff took place after the book. The book is 5 years old. I gotta rewrite, I gotta update the book. But one of the things that I forgot that was actually a major part in history that I forgot somebody brought to my attention was Dr. Rock, who was an OG member of the Wrecking Crew, not the World Class Wreckin Cru, because we were not always world class. We started off as the Wrecking Crew. My first company was called Disco Construction. That was my DJ crew. That was Eric Baker, Eric Baker, rest in peace, Charles Martin, and my boy Henry Ezel. Okay, they were the Wrecking Crew, but they were not DJs. They were the guys who helped me haul my equipment when I was DJing back in the early 70s. When we came to Eve After Dark, everybody became Wrecking Crew. The Wrecking Crew became the infrastructure of the Eve After Dark, just like the Playboy Bunnies were to the Playboy Club. When we started making records under the name Wrecking Crew, I got a cease and desist letter from a group out of Detroit that was a house band for a record company called the Wrecking Crew. Mm-hmm. So it's 1984. The Olympics is going down, and I kept hearing this term, world-class runner, world-class swimmer, world-class pole vaulter. And I asked my lawyer if I add the term world-class and messed up the spelling, would that be okay? He says yes. Now, going back to Dr. Rock was a member of Eve After Dark, Wrecking Crew in the very beginning. Dr. Rock left suddenly. He went to Texas and blew up with Tom Joyner. He was doing mixes on the Tom Joyner Morning Show. Now, in LA, he was just a regular dude. Went to Texas and blew up like the World Trade Center. Now, here's a hip-hop history tidbit that most people y'all don't know. Dr. Rock was the brother that discovered the DOC. Yeah. DOC was a member of Dr. Rock's group, the Feel Fresh Crew. Mm-hmm. So here, and this is not even on my chart. Look up. I'm sorry. Look on the back of N.W.A. and the Posse, and you'll see that a lot of the songs that were done on N.W.A. and the Posse was done by the Feel Fresh Crew. That was Dr. Rock, DOC, and another brother some other brothers whose name I don't remember. So what happened was Dr. Rock came to L.A., brought DOC to L.A. to meet Dr. Dre in the studio, and next thing I know, he was on Ruthless. That's all I know. That's all I know. Next thing I know, he was on Ruthless. Okay? That's some real talk right there. And that's some hip hop history. Oh no, so yes, even the DOC has a link to the World Class or the Wrecking Crew, World Class Wreckin Cru. And yes, rest in peace, Roger Clayton.
I mean, yeah.
Huh?
No, I was gonna say, man, yeah, that family tree is just so broad, and you know, you start looking up the tree, and you know, and all the branches and the leaves and the roots and all of that, you can't even deny the impact that it's had on the culture, that it's had on hip hop, and it stretches all the way, you know, to and through, you know, Aftermath and Shady Aftermath, and you know, G Unit, you know, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, it goes all the way there, man. So it's, but you know, I say like this. I think that what we always try to emphasize is at the core was excellence. You know, whatever it is we tried to do, we tried to be the best at it. And that's what drove us every day, you know, to sort of go, okay, well, what's in front of us? What do we got to do to, you know, to make some things happen for the people, you know, for the audience to entertain, and also to be, you know, to be able to burn these other groups in a way that, you know, people will remember us. You know, here we are, man, 35 years later, you know, still doing it.
I think clientele, I think that's what that competition that we had with Uncle Jam's Army and the other promoters as well. But by the time Wrecking Cru, we got Eve After Dark, most of the big promoters had fell off, started doing other stuff, but we still had to compete with Uncle Jam's Army. But we had a natural competitiveness about us, because at that time, that's what we did. We competed. I mean, the stage shows, costumes, how luxurious your Jerry curl was a competition. Okay, and I made damn sure I was a winner as much as I possibly could. Mona's back. I gotta hit Mona. Hey, Mona, you back? You back, baby? Look here.
I can't see you, but I don't know if you can see me.
We can see you fine. You there. Mona, check this out.
Okay.
Check this out. Okay. We were doing the Rapped in Romance album. Okay?
Yes.
You had to do me a favor. You was my hairstylist.
Oh yeah, always. Uh-huh.
Do you remember what you did for me as my hairstylist?
What do you mean? I don't know. You gotta tell me.
You don't remember that little addition you put into my Jerry curl?
Oh well, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Uh-huh.
Tell them what you did, because people think I'm lying.
What? I weaved it?
Yes.
Yeah. I weaved it.
You put some extras in his curl?
Yeah, I always did.
Yeah.
Then we'd hit Woody's.
Say what?
Then we would hit Woody's barbecue.
Then we went to Woody's barbecue. That's right. Folks, my Jerry curl was nice, but it didn't hang like it was supposed to. I couldn't get the whip. And for the album cover, Rapped in Romance, Mona was kind enough. Mona could do hair. She was kind enough to sew braid a weft into my head and sew a nice little piece of French refine in the back of my head, so I could have that long flowing Jerry curl that you see on that album cover.
It looks awesome.
Huh?
Glow.
It looks great.
It looked great, but that shit, I bought the cheap shit. That shit was like a nest after about 4 days. That shit didn't keep no luxurious feel at all after about 3 or 4 days, and I had to snatch the shit out of my damn head. But it looked good while it lasted, though. That's real talk.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yes, I had hang time. Mary Witherspoon. Yes, Mona gave me some hang time on my Jerry curl, and I was able to hit the stage and do my little whip shit. Oh yeah, I was fly as hell. What the few times I did use it. That's real talk.
I bet you. I bet you made Ready for the World jealous. That's for sure.
Now you know what? Speaking of Ready for the World, speaking of Ready for the World, got another story, y'all. We had a show in Mississippi, Ready for the World, Wrecking Cru, and it may have been Tony. something. We had the raggediest in the world. Okay, the whole trip was a disaster. My crew had left me, clientele, and they was mad at me. They had to come on the tour. I had to grab some more guys to go on the tour. But we in Arizona, the air conditioner go out. It's 100 degrees outside, and we don't have no AC in the air conditioner in the bus. We get to Texas, the brakes go out. We got to be in. It's like on Friday. Remember this, Mona?
I do believe so.
It was like Friday. Yeah. We had to be in Texas Saturday for the show. We didn't make it. The radio station that was doing the show was mad. They was pulling all Wreckin Cru records. I walked in there. He didn't want to say shit to me. Oh, hell no. Get you. I've been able to brace the bus, blah. He didn't want to hear nothing I had to say. I had to go in the Ike Turner mode. I sent Mona in there. Mona, go talk to him. He wasn't mad no more. Mona wouldn't talk to him. I want to put them leopard pants on and walked in and explained to the man what happened. And then hold your head up. Hold your head up now. He wasn't mad no more, okay? He didn't want to talk to me no more, period. He didn't want to have nothing to say to me. That's all right. He put our records back on the air. That's real talk. Huh?
Boy, you got a memory like an elephant. I don't remember all that, but I know it's true.
But you know what? This was a part of my life that when I get Alzheimer's, I'm going to be telling these stories in my sleep, okay? When I get my Alzheimer's kick in, I'll be telling these same stories, folks. Yellow was supposed to be here. He said he was coming. Clientele had him hooked up. I sent him a link. He ain't showed up yet. I can't wait for him. We're gonna move on in just a minute, folks. I wish he was here. I would love to hear some of his crazy ass stories. It's all to the good. But yes, Mona, you saved the Wreckin Cru that time because Ready for the World had to end up being the headliner. We had the number one song in Mississippi at that time, which was Lovers. And when I sent you in there to talk to the program director, me and Boss Hogg just sat outside and you explained it to him very nicely. And that Mona Lisa voice, and he gave us some promos and shit, and we left. We wasn't mad no more. Okay? So yeah, folks, you listen to live stories from World Class Wreckin Cru. Your boy Lonzo, Clientele, Mona Lisa. Oh, geez, I got Domino. I'm gonna break Domino in for a minute. Domino been very patient. Listen on the sidelines. Domino.
Hey.
What's up? Man, what you eating, man? Oh, okay. Oxtails or something.
Skittles.
Well, don't promote that unless they paying you, man.
I'm not, man. I was just sitting back here enjoying the stories, man. I mean, you told me a lot of stories, Lonzo, but there was a couple of them you just told that you ain't never told me.
Man, you know what? I've been telling these stories for 35 years. These stories are part of my internal hard drive, and I love them, man. I mean, I love telling stories. First of all, that's what I love doing. I love telling stories, period. And the Wreckin Cru stories are very fond stories for me because it was just a time in my life I never thought I would ever be there. I never thought I'd have a hit record. Never thought I'd be in a group. I can't sing. I don't play instrument. And but for hip hop, I'd probably be a fan of music all my life, but because of hip hop, it allowed me and a few other brothers I know to be a part of it. And we made the best of it, and we still doing what we can to make it happen. Hip hop changed everything. I wanted to be a Temptation or Dramatic. I couldn't sing, but I could damn sure be a Wreckin Cru.
Hip hop for me, man, has opened so many doors and provided me with so many opportunities that I probably wouldn't have had. I wouldn't have been able to, travel around the world and go to these different places and visit, all these different, countries and have these different experiences, man, without it, plain and simple. So I'm always appreciative of the culture of hip hop, the Wreckin Cru, and what we were doing and are still doing. So man, it's all good.
I gotta get my thanks in since everybody was thanking you too, Lonzo. So let me get my little thanks in. I really appreciate. You too, Clientele. I really appreciate both of you guys, giving me the opportunity to work with a legendary group, man. And I had some fun. We had some fun shows and stuff like that. You know, at least I have that under my belt now. So I get to tell the grandkids like, oh yeah, I worked with Wrecking Crew. Look at Straight Outta Compton. I was in that group right there. So
That's right.
and it's I love working with you guys, man. And you know, we still got projects together. You know, I still work with clientele, you know, on some projects and stuff like that. And hi, Mona. You know, I met you that one time at Lonzo's house.
You know, my document. I'm doing a document. I've done a documentary. It's in editing right now. N.W.A. Now without Lonzo. I got to give a shout out to Professor Tim Conley, who has helped me put this thing together. This thing has been 4 years in the making for a documentary. I thought I could do in 2 weeks, but it don't work like that. But yeah, we do a documentary. We do if y'all on the Facebook channel, on my Facebook page, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is N.W.A. Stories with Lonzo. And those on my YouTube page, please share this link with some more folks so I can build up my YouTube channel. Okay, so it's all the big, keep things promoting. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Real Lonzo N.W.A. Clientele, give me your hookup.
Well, man, they can always get at me on Instagram, DJ_CLI_N_TEL, Facebook, Mark Hawkins, MARQ with a Q. There's some K's out there. I'm the only one with a Q, MARQ, Hawkins. They can hit me up there. And, of course, Twitter as well. Same handles, man. It's all good.
I got to give a shout out to Battle Cat and Richie Rich. I got to give a shout out to Battle Cat and Richie Rich. Battle Cat stepped in doing the Turn Off the Lights tour. Richie Rich stepped in doing the Turn Off the Lights tour. And I'm sorry. I've been kind of busy. I did not think to call them or hit them up on this particular situation, but they definitely got World Class Wreckin Cru love, and I got World Class love in my heart for both of them. Okay,
I got a story about Battle Cat. It's actually a Wreckin Cru story before he joined Wreckin Cru. Okay, and you may not even know this. So when I was in college, I played as a fraternity, Phi Beta Sigma, and I met one of my frat brothers. He's my frat brother now, Doug Young. So Doug had a group. He was trying to do rap, and he had another one of my frat brothers. It was Dougie Doug and Master Rhyme, and so they needed a DJ to go into the studio and do some cutting and scratching for him, and go on tour with him, right? So I went into the studio and I was able to help them. I co-produced the song with them on time and did some scratching. But because I was with the Wreckin Cru, I said, man, there's some contractual obligations, whatnot. I can't go on tour with you, and I can't use my name on this song. So he said, well, just come up with a name. So I came up with the name DJ Cool. So anyway, they released the song, and but they had an opportunity to go on tour. I said, well, man, I can't go on tour with you. You got to find another DJ. So they were scrambling around trying to find somebody. So they found this little 16-year-old kid, and they asked this kid, hey, man, you want to go on tour with us, but because we put this name on our single, you got to use the name DJ Cool. That 16-year-old kid was Battle Cat, and he went on tour plugging them under the name DJ Cool and did the scratchings that I did on their record.
Wow. See? You never know. You never know.
Well, you know what, Lance? Can you hear me still?
Yes.
Okay. Let me say this. The Wreckin Cru, being in the Wreckin Cru was a blessing for me. I have never heard myself so much on the radio with everything I've done. Everything. And I've been on Motown. I've been on Quality Records. I've been on Destiny Records. Has some good music, but it has to click with the people, and it has to have that thing where, and I guess you could say it comes from the material and what is reaching people. But I have to say, I'm telling you, every time, every day, KGLH, was blasting the World Class Wreckin Cru. Mother Love loves the World Class Wreckin Cru. We were real popular in Cleveland. She loves them. And if you remember, Wendy Williams loved it too, because we did that interview in New York. Do you remember that?
Wow.
We went to WBLS in New York.
I forgot all about that, Mona.
Do you remember?
No,
Yeah.
but now you mentioned it, yeah.
Yeah.
That was Wendy
we were
Williams.
we were nationwide. So,
wow.
But I have to say, I haven't heard, other than a commercial I did that was extremely popular, but that was a commercial. But as far as all the recording,
because we went to New York to do Turn Off the Lights. And I remember that was like 88, 89. And
before she was even known,
it was crazy because Mona, damn, you just rung a bell for me. But I remember because I had West Coast record distributors, me, Egypt, and Rudy, and Unknown had our own distribution company, and they were bringing in West Coast acts to New York, and they brought Egypt in first. Egypt called back to the office and said, "Oh man, y'all gonna be there in 2 weeks? Oh man, they're gonna boo y'all like they booed me. They booed me, man. They booed me. I went to New York. I was nervous as hell. And we played the Apollo, and we walked out there. We hit Turn Off the Lights, and the crowd went crazy. I dropped my pants like I always do. I got my G-string on. All the girls went crazy. Shit, they didn't boo us.
I got to tell you, man. I'm working with the Universal Hip Hop, Museum, and I oftentimes I go back and forth to New York, for meetings or events and stuff like that, and just working with the folks there from New York and all over, and they do nothing but give up love to the Wreckin Cru. They do nothing but give us props, man, and they appreciate everything. So I could say this, just from my perspective, the Wreckin Cru was and is definitely appreciated and respected in all of hip hop, in all of hip hop from the people who are in the know. So if you know hip hop, you know that a lot of people from New York to Dirty South to, of course, the West Coast and Midwest give nothing but love and respect to the Wreckin Cru, man. Plain and simple. And that's a reiteration of
somebody just hit me on something on the chat room that I've been thinking about for the last longest, and I've been wanting to speak on for a minute. I'm glad he brought it up right here. General Killer says someone needs to speak on why rappers are getting smoked like tires in a drag race. And dude, that right there, I don't know the reason, but it seems like it's almost like niggas gotta die like they gotta have gold chains or some shit. I don't understand this. The new rappers, everything is a death sentence. Every form of disrespect or that's the term that's deemed as a situation of disrespect. Somebody got to die behind it, man. And I want to bet you, if you go to the roots of the issue, it ain't shit. Okay. If you go to the root of the problem, somebody then said something, whatever the case may be. I don't know none of these cats' business, but I'm willing to bet you if you really go down to the bottom of the situation that led to these guys getting shot and getting killed the way they are. I mean, we lost like 4 or 5 hip hop artists in a month, damn near. Okay, and they still falling every time I a hip hop DX feed up. Somebody else that got shot.
Okay? Yeah, I mean. I have some theories about that, and of course, we're gonna get deep now. I got to put on the other hat for a minute.
Come on, let's talk about it.
So here's the thing. First of all, understand that when you talk about crimes of violence, whether it's black on black, white on white, brown on brown, whatever it is, just within the context of proximity first. Okay, so now take that to another level to say now you have someone who is gaining something, or whether it's popularity, whether it's resources in terms of money or personal items, and you have somebody else who does not necessarily have that. Now you can't have a full plate and show somebody else who's hungry that plate and put that food in their face and let them smell it, but not let them taste it. So a lot of these brothers, what happens is so when these brothers start coming up, they don't necessarily change the way they move. And when they don't change the way they move, when they think they can still sort of do those same kind of things that they were doing before, they started to come up, then they become a target and they're putting themselves in a position of that. So that circle has to get smaller. There has to be more protections, because now it's not just about you being one of the homies. Now it's about you protecting this brand, this business, and this commodity. And when that doesn't happen, they're more vulnerable to all kinds of different people and situations that could come about to put them in dangerous situation. And it's unfortunate that kind of stuff comes back.
You're absolutely 100% right. And this is why people, man, Dre don't come back to the hood. Cube don't come to the hood. He can't. When you are, these young guys got a bad habit of want to overly floss their wealth and their good fortune, like you said, in front of people who's not as fortunate. I may not be able to rap. I may not have 1 million followers on Instagram. I may not have a huge ass YouTube following, but I got a 9mm and I can take your goddamn money. Okay? So when you out here doing this shit like little kids do, I got money, you don't have none, and you on the same block as I am, like you said, clientele, and they sitting right here on the same block. You accessible, you don't move the same way, you think you can go anywhere you want to, and you can't. Can't. Because you become a target. No. And like I tell people, well, brother, she maybe do what you want to do. Yes, you can, but you can't wear a yellow suit, wear banana cologne, and don't think the gorilla's gonna chase your ass. It ain't gonna work.
Right.
Exactly. You not wear a yellow suit, wear banana cologne, and don't think the gorilla's gonna get you. That just don't make no goddamn sense.
Well, let's equate that with the brothers who are in sports, right? Professional sports, NBA, the NFL, professional baseball, soccer, even. They don't move the same ways that they used to move once they get to that level. When they get to that professional level, they understand that things have to sort of be different on how you operate. Now, it's not to say that you can't ever, come back to, where you grew up and contribute, but it's not about hanging out there anymore. It's not about, leaving yourself out there and being vulnerable, anymore. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense, because again, you're opening yourself up to situations, and it may not even be the homeboy right next to you. It could be the cat down the street who, gets word that you there and, want to cause some trouble. So it's really about, being smart. It's really about understanding, that how you have to sort of.
But you know what though? I think something else we have to consider also. This is gonna be some old man shit right here. We got to stop making all this goddamn killer nigga music. It don't make no sense to keep making music that promoting killing each other and then get mad when somebody gets shot.
True.
I mean, your ears and your eyes are the closest thing to your brain. Everything goes to your body, goes to your ears and your eyes first and foremost. Music is one of those things that goes directly to your brain, and music is one of the most powerful art forms known to man, and that's why all you hear is certain kind of shit on the radio on a regular basis. Now, I know we grew up with this stuff, but most of us had enough sense to separate reality from bullshit. Okay. I'm not saying the kids today are dumb, but they get inundated with the same thing over and over again, and you wonder why they act the way they do.
Well, truth be told, there is some CEO or executive making the final decision on what gets put out there, what gets put on the radio, what gets into the minds of our youth, and they're greenlighting the stuff. And
but you know what, clientele, here's one thing I agree with you totally on, but I think that we as black folks have not stepped up and said no more. We tired of this shit. Because I tell you what, I remember being in McCullough, and there was a group called Two Live Jews. Two old Jewish dudes was having fun with the Two Live Crew name, making some records about some bullshit. The Jewish Anti-Defamation League sent Don McMillan a letter and send him a cease and desist letter. We will not allow you to put this record out. And the record wasn't derogatory in any way, form, or fashion. They just refused to let anybody do anything remotely derogatory when it comes to the Jewish community. We have everything derogatory towards our black folks, our women, the whole 9 yards. Women want to be respected on one end, then they want the right to be hoes on the other. You can't have it both ways. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay, I'm glad you said it.
You can't me too me on 1 minute and then say you want to be in the slut walk. You sit and mixed messages. It's the same thing homeboy did in Texas this weekend. I want to speak on this anyway. Homeboy got a restaurant. Restaurant is bumping. Okay, 2-hour wait to get your food. They giving people free Patron slushies while they waiting for their food. The DJ is playing Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, well, if you playing Megan Thee Stallion, they gonna do the Megan Thee Stallion type dance. If you playing Frankie Beverly and Maze or Isley Brothers, they gonna do a Frankie Beverly and Maze or Isley Brothers type dance. Megan Thee Stallion dance is twerking. Nobody want ass twerking on their biscuits. It don't work like that. He goes dead off on the people for twerking in this restaurant, talking about this low class, blah, blah, blah. The first person he was supposed to check was the DJ. The DJ set the tone for that shit. Okay? Yeah. Well, the DJ is in control of everything. Everybody on this damn panel is a DJ. Clientele, Domino, and we all know that we control whatever vibe in the party, the club, whatever the case may be. If you playing twerking music, feeding people Patron slushies, I'm saying they're going to respond accordingly. Okay?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. So, you're giving them those, ice cream poppers, alcohol ice cream poppers, and, you're playing the music. Of course, their inhibitions are going to be lowered, and they're going to want to get busy on that. So he has to consider, he should have considered the atmosphere that he was creating for that. Now, listen, I'm not taking.
The first thing he did was check this DJ. Hey, man, I'll change the format. When you saw him do it the first time, change the music. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. I tell you what, there's clubs in Los Angeles that will not play hip-hop. They don't want no black people in them. They ain't got to keep your ass out. They ain't got to tell you no black people allowed. All they got to do is play some goddamn white music, and your ass ain't going up in there.
Yeah.
Okay? They got skating rings. My son went to a skating ring in Vegas, and he says, the skating ring was nice, Dad. They didn't play any black music, though. Because that's how they tell you they don't want your black ass in there. They can't tell you can't come in there with the little doing all that bullshit. The brothers did. They put their headphones on and they skating to their own music. Okay, but the music over the PA system was basically some non-black music. So you ain't gonna be doing no black moves on your skate. You probably gonna be the figure skating shit.
That's way out, man. I did want to ask you about Craig and Skateland.
Go ahead.
So Skateland opened about 84, 85, something like that?
84. And
I remember were we the first crew up in there?
Yes, sir. Me and Slip and put the sound system in there. Then the Wreckin Cru did the grand opening with K-Day.
That's right.
Sure did. I got the poster. Me and Craig did a show last week. November 17th was the 36th anniversary of the grand opening of Skateland. Okay, wow. And yes, when Craig opened Skateland up, I was doing doodles at the time. I walked over and I introduced myself. He came to doodles later on, brought me into Skateland, and he didn't have a sound system, so Terry had all them speakers over there. Me and Terry and Rockin' Tom got on the scissor lips and shit. Installed the sound system in Skateland, and when it came time to do the grand opening, World Class Wreckin Cru was right there. We had a huge night and made a lot of money. Me and Craig we've been friends for 36 years.
That's the first there. That place was the first place I met Curtis Blow. And
no shit.
Yeah, and Curtis came up to me, man, and asked me if he could buy Lovers from us. He wanted that song.
Did he?
Yeah. And I said, hey, man, you got to talk to Lonzo about that. I guess he never talked, but he actually wanted to buy that song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Curtis came to Eve After Dark back in 1982. Okay. I brought him to Eve After Dark, and he brought his DJ. Davey DMX to Eve After Dark. The hot record on the and we played the Eve After Dark off the Curtis Blow album was AJ Scratch.
Yeah.
And we could not figure out what that AJ Scratch was. And David DMX, he asked him how he did that, and that's when he showed Yella. Yella learned how to scratch before Dre did. Dre learned from Yella, okay? Yep. And Egypt learned from Yella and Dre doing this at Eve After Dark, okay? Looking in the window, okay? So yes, he said peace. I was scared before a minute. He said peace to Curtis Blow. But yeah, much love to Curtis Blow. We've been friends for 40 years. He's in my documentary coming out shortly, N.W.A. Stories with Lonzo. There's a link on there. The producer, Professor Tim, put a link in the feed here. You can go and see the preview of the documentary that we're in the process of editing right now. First time I heard Lovers was on KGFJ. You know what? KGFJ was my station as a kid, boy. I loved KGFJ. We did a lot of things with them. They were doing concerts in the park, at Campanella Park and at Gonzalez Park when I was a kid, and that's why I fell in love with DJing, watching Roland Bynum DJ for KGFJ when I was 14, and I'm way past 14 now. Hey, folks, we've been on the air almost 2 hours, man. I know y'all got some stuff. I'm going to bring Zia back. Zia been very patient over there, baby. I see you over there. I'm sorry, Doug. We got caught up in history. And
I'm here.
I'm glad to have you in the house, babe.
I'm enjoying listening to all the history and hearing. I mean, my goodness. Lonzo, thank you for including me and having me to come out and fill such big shoes. So I'm enjoying hearing all the war stories and the history lessons. I'm honored to be a part of it.
I would love to get you, Zia, and Mona together to do a track together. That's
absolutely.
What
yes.
Oh, that'd be great. For some World Class Wreckin Cru music for sure.
That would be explosive.
Yes, I'm down.
You know, Clientele, I've been working on some songs, man. I got some shit in my head. But you know me, I can get political. I can damn near be Chuck D when it comes to certain shit. And that's always been my problem. You can't dance to Chuck D's music. So, right about now, especially as an artist, you know, to be a veteran in the game and not hear young artists take advantage of the opportunity that they have right now with all the subject matter we got to talk about. I mean, Marvin Gaye, when he made What's Going On, that record is still relevant today, 50 years later. And I don't see twerking or WAP being relevant 50 years from now. I mean, no disrespect to the record, but I'm just saying a lot of these artists put themselves in a very disposable position because of what they talk about has a limited shelf life. Excuse me. Has a limited shelf life.
That's right.
This pandemic will be around forever. It'll be a part of people's lives for years to come. Think about the babies that this thing is affecting right now. Kids 4 or 5 years old, they can't go to school. They're going to remember this being at home looking at a damn tablet or a computer till they old as my ass, okay? So here is a subject that people can address from various angles, because there's going to be some babies made, some divorces being filed. It's going to be all kind of shit going on after this pandemic, and it all depends on what you're dealing with. But I've also realized that when you are extremely young and have limited experiences, you don't see life the same way most people do. And I can't get mad at you for not having the experiences. And I think that's what made some of the older artists, some of the artists from back in the day, a lot more relevant for longer, because they had more mature people writing their lyrics, and they gave them a perspective of life that they hadn't experienced yet, but because they were talented and had the energy and the skills to sing the songs, they made the songs timeless. You got talent and experience met together, and you got songs that will pretty much be relevant forever. And that's something I like about old school stuff. And even the old school hip hop. There's some things, some songs in old school hip hop that will never go out of style. But this new shit, Domino can tell you some of these records be hot today and tomorrow, who?
No, man, that's always been my philosophy. You got to make music that's transcendent, you know. And if you don't, I believe you're shortchanging the fan, you're shortchanging the culture, you're shortchanging music as a creative force. You know, if you make it for today and get the quick buck, that's on you. But to make music that transcends generations is something that I think is needed in this art form today. I mean, you can look at the Childish Gambinos and the J. Coles and the Joyner Lucases and the Kendrick Lamars and those guys. They're making music that's transcendent, right? They're doing the music that is, you know, 20, 30 years from now, people will be appreciating. So that's what we kind of have to get back to. You know, we have to just, especially in hip hop and hip hop culture.
You know what, Clientele, you're right. You're right from a musical standpoint, but everybody now wants the quick buck. You know, that's why you got people doing so many outlandish things. They want that quick. They need them Instagram followers. Records, celebrities. I mean, music stars are not determined by the quality of their music. They're determined by how many Instagram followers they got. How many likes you got. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The more Instagram followers you got, the more YouTube, YouTube likes you got, and most of them don't have the real musical talent to produce a good song, so they got to go for the shortcut, which is probably something really, really outrageous, like WAP. Okay, you got to say some real wild shit to get people talking about you, and that's what I think. That's what I think is hurting the game in the long run. People go for sensationalism as opposed to talent.
Yeah, it's a numbers game, but the question now is we're getting into like overall philosophy, right? So how do you play the numbers game, but then at the same time make good music that's transcendent? You know, and that's the problem we have to solve. You know, as creatives, as creative people, we got to solve that.
See, that's something that grown folks have to sit down and figure out, because once you figure out, it's going to become a cookie cutter for somebody else to steal. But it is what it is. You have to figure out some way to be relevant and also be, I ain't gonna say socially conscious, but at least have something to say that people can relate to for an indefinite amount of time. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So, all right, folks, I got to give a shout out to my boy Snake Puppy in the house, Mr. Chris Wilson. What's up, Snake Puppy?
What up, Snake?
Hey.
Yeah, that's it. That's the kids with all that WAP shit. Yeah. Much love to you, Snake Puppy. Glad to see you online, man. We hanging out. Much love to you. Hopefully, in the near future, we'll all be able to get on the stage and do some Dream Team, Wreckin Cru, Egyptian Lover, Arabian Prince type shit, and just rock the crowd and go sit our old asses down somewhere, because we don't recover as fast as we used to.
That would be a dope show.
Take the daily vitamins, man.
That would be a dope show.
I didn't hear you.
I said that'd be a dope show.
Oh yeah, it would be. In fact, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
All right, folks. It's been about 2 hours, folks. I mean, I love all y'all. I thank all y'all for coming on and hanging out with us. Everybody, man, much love to everybody on the feed. I see Shakespeare stepped off, but I ain't mad. He had to go. That's right. He told me he had to go.
Yeah, he had a family thing.
He had another appointment. He got to go to work or something. He a probation officer. And he got to raid somebody's house.
Wow.
Let me say this before we go, folks. A lot of crews made a lot of shit happen in LA. Uncle Jam's Army, V Cars, LSD, Elite Productions, Starlight. Some of these names, JC2, The Godfather, all dance party promoters. But when it came to here's I'm gonna blow my own whistle for me and my boys. We done a lot of shit. Okay. Shakespeare is a pastor and a probation officer. So he'll arrest your ass when he bless your ass. Clientele is going for his doctor's degree. Okay. He'll be Dr. Mark Hawkins shortly, right?
Yep. Nice.
Mona Lisa got a track record of music that is remarkable before she got to World Class Wreckin Cru. Domino is a DJ, a videographer, and he also DJs for South Central Cartel. Zia over there beautifully, she also works with the county with foster kids, right?
Yep.
And she hooked up something a couple years ago. About a couple years ago now. She hooked up my nonprofit, the Lyrical Revolution, with the opportunity to teach some foster kids. Well, that introduction and that situation has led me to working with a nonprofit, and I teach podcasting for another nonprofit. Dre and Yella went up to be N.W.A. Dre's a billionaire. One day, this is a true story. One day I was at the house. I spoke to Dre. This was a few years ago. And I spoke to Dre, and my phone rang. And it was Dre on the phone. Hey, sorry, Lonzo. It was a butt dial. A few minutes later, my phone rang again. It was a guy who washed my cars, a local brother, kind of a crackhead, but he cool. And he butt dialed me too. Hey, boss, I'm sorry, I called you back. And I laughed. I said, who in the hell gets phone calls from a billionaire and a crackhead the same goddamn day? But it also lets me know how widespread the effect of World Class Wreckin Cru has had on the world. I'm not disrespecting nobody. All I can do is speak on my folks, okay?
That you have had on the world.
Huh?
The impact that you have had on the world.
I thank you for that, baby. I thank you for that. But I got to give it to all y'all because without y'all, shit, nobody know what I did. So I made some good choices in my life, okay? I got some good people on my team, and a lot of folks have done some great things under the flag of Crew Cut Records, Eve After Dark, World Class Wreckin Cru. And I just want to say thank y'all for being good people. That's all. I ain't had to bail none of y'all out of jail. Well, that's up for Dre. I ain't had to, ain't none of y'all been beat on or nothing like that. So it's been a great working with all y'all. And me and Clientele working together right now. Shakespeare, I talk to him all the time. Me and Mona back in contact finally. And just want to say much love to y'all, man. Domino, Z, everybody. Okay?
Guys.
Z was on my ass yesterday. Z called, wait. Hold on. I'm riding down from my. Is that you, Lonzo? Is that you in front of me? Who is this? It's Z. Why my link at? Where my hookup for the? Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. And sometimes I get busy, and it's not that I forgot. I mean, it's not that I don't want to call you. I just forget sometimes. I don't have no assistant. I answer my own goddamn phone, answer my own damn emails. I edit my own videos. I do all my shit. So sometimes I just get caught up. And like I said, for Richie Rich and Battle Cat both, no disrespect, because y'all was there when everybody else left my ass, and love both of you brothers. Saw Richie Rich a couple of weeks ago. So all good, everybody. Thank y'all for helping me make history. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you too, brother, man. Come on.
Love you. Love all y'all.
All right, and I got to give a shout out to some more folks who made history also. Somebody mentioned Rich Kaysen. Somebody mentioned what's the Disco Daddy. Yeah. Come on, Clientele, help me, man.
Rappers Rap Group.
Rappers Rap.
Cletus and Duffy and all.
Yes, sir. Cletus. I'm gonna get the Anderson brothers on a reunion in a few. One of my next calls. I'm gonna get Cletus and Kelvin on the phone because we go back on another level with records before I made Wreckin Cru records. So also next week, folks. Next week, my next reunion is the LA Promoters Reunion. The LA Promoters Reunion. Before it was called hip hop, we all were dance promoters. Before it was hip hop, JC2, LSD, Z Cars, Elite Promotions, Starlight, World Class Wreckin Cru, Ultra Wave. I got all these brothers together for next Thursday at 6:00. We're doing the same thing. We're talking about LA entertainment from another perspective, okay? Next Thursday, 6:00, the LA Promoters Reunion, right here, live with your boy Lonzo. So if y'all can tune in, if y'all ever been to Uncle Jam's Army or the Bitten Apple or Subway, whatever, you did any party back in the day, you want to be on this call, folks. Y'all got anything you want to say before you leave?
Yeah, one more thing, man. I want to say shout out to the series Snowfall. If you ever get a chance to watch it, it's on FX, man, and it's about this, sort of loosely based on Freeway Ricky Ross, but it really gives a good snapshot of the sort of 80s, 70s, 80s West Coast flavor, because it uses a lot of the songs and music. Actually, even used some Wreckin' Cru stuff in there, some Egyptian Lover, songs in there. So shout out to Snowfall for doing at least some of that and giving up that flavor like that.
I think Snowfall made one small mistake. They don't have enough people from the city, from LA at that era, as a consultants for what went down. Because we all was that. I mean, that was our era. Okay,
it's a lot more that could be told. Yes, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
but
you know what though? That means there needs to be another show about the LA dance promoter. Because when crack was jumping off, we was doing dancing, and that was a whole other scene. I mean, people talk about a movie, the LA dance promoters, the LA party scene back in the 80s before crack jumped off, when you could put 500, 1,100, 1,500 kids in a room, and the oldest person giving the dance was 27. Yeah. That was me. I'm doing Queen Mary down in Long Beach, 1,500 people. I'm the oldest cat in the room, and everybody went home to their mamas and daddies. Nobody died. Nobody got thrown overboard. Okay? It was a different time. Then go to the evening so I can do the after party. Come on, folks.
Yeah.
Come on. Uncle Jim's Army. 5,000, 6,000 people at the sports arena. Okay? They say 10,000. It wasn't 10,000. But yeah, I mean, they would put, we could do that. Okay? And it wasn't till the mid to late 80s when the gangs kicked in, and that's when shit just got to the point where, you know what, nobody want to be bothered with this new generation, and they kind of shot themselves in the ass, because that's why you don't have theaters in the community. That's why you don't have clubs no more. I mean, think about it. We got maybe 2 clubs in the city now.
And even the house parties I used to DJ back then was nice. The house parties I DJ'd at, it was cool back then. Never had no problems at house parties.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, house parties got dangerous back then for a while. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So yeah, folks, I just want to thank all y'all for taking time out of y'all evenings to kick it with us. Everybody on the chat room, Lady Like in the house, Class 1, Brian Turner. D Call said he got a Lonzo story. Oh shit. He got a Lonzo story. Oh shit. As dance promoters, we was doing hip hop before they called it hip hop. It wasn't hip hop yet, okay? But we were still on the way to doing it, because we talking about 70, 75, 76. Don Campbell then was jumping over everything they can get their hands on. 72. So locking was breakdancing was derived from locking, and pop locking. That's what they call it, pop locking. So yeah, folks, I ain't taking nothing from nobody. I'm just trying to get the story straight so it'll be correct. That's all. Everybody had a major role in this thing called hip hop. We didn't name it hip hop. We didn't call it hip hop because we had a different flavor on the West Coast. I mean, even at Eve After Dark, you couldn't wear tennis shoes at Eve After Dark. You couldn't wear tennis shoes to Eve After Dark. Wasn't going to happen. Okay? And I think, I'm going to tell you something. I just thought about this. Most of the clubs did not have the same issues when they had a dress code. Think about that. This is something I know for a fact. When LSD, Z-Cars, Wreckin' Cru, Eve After Dark, Bit and Apple, the other clubs, there was a dress code. And tennis shoes, jeans were not a part of that. Okay? I remember the Century Club, when Dre mentioned in his record that I walked into the Century Club with my jeans on. He could do that, but the average cat couldn't. And that's just the era of the time. And as things started loosening up on the door for our tennis shoes, and I ain't saying that's the cause of it, but it sure makes you extra relaxed when you fighting in tennis shoes as opposed to a pair of slippery ass biscuits. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. All right. Hey, folks, this is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop, and my crew. But folks, y'all want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye, Mona. Bye, clientele.
Bye, you
Folks, thank y'all
guys.
for
I
watching.
love you
It's been
all.
almost 2 hours, y'all. This has been the longest show I did in a long time.
Love you
all right,
guys.
folks. Peace.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
They go like 32, like, that ain't 16.